For a little bit older kids when they're in elementary school, and just as an aside, if the schools out there are in need of any information in regards to deployment or the issues that the families are facing during deployment, there are again multiple resources available. So what I would encourage you to do, contact your MFLACs, Operation Military Kids, the state youth directors, and discuss with them how we can get materials into the schools to help everybody understand what's going on. So when we have these grade school kids, again, we're going to have the irritability. Kids get crabby, and that's, again, understandable, and especially if they don't understand what's going on, they might become more whiny and complaining. Poor concentration, they're going to be more forgetful, they're having a more difficult time getting organized, they'll forget to take their lunch, they'll forget to take their backpack. Those kinds of situations will come up. One of the biggest red flags, though, and I guess I've seen this frequently over the years, the first warning sign for just about any kid is a decline in their grades, where their grades start to drop off. So you have the A student who goes to a C student, the C student who might become a D or an F student, and they just might not have that same level of motivation. They might have an attitude of, I don't care, and then from there they can start to withdraw. And I've seen even older children, they quit things during deployment. I had one young man who quit orchestra, which now, in hindsight that the deployment is over, he regrets doing. But he just felt kind of overwhelmed by the whole deployment and started to withdraw and started to quit things. So I'm really encouraging families, stay active, stay involved, stay in those things, even if you don't feel like it. And a lot of support and encouragement will help these children get good self-esteem boosts by remaining active. But again, these are warning signs. We do need to be aware of them. Teenagers are probably our most difficult population. They're trying to become more independent. They think they know it all and have all of the answers. I know because I have too. So even when I'm gone for short periods of time with my job, I find that my teenagers do react to my absence. And so there can be more drama going on, and especially if you have girls, the drama can be almost unending. Again, more irritability. Here's where we get the door slamming, the tears, the yelling. Self-esteem issues. Kids might feel sometimes that they've done something wrong, or they're to blame for a lot of the things that are going on in their lives, and they might not like themselves as much as they used to, and we see them maybe talking, I'm stupid, or I'm ugly, or those are, again, warning signs. High-risk behaviors. Again, this is a high-risk population anyway, so kids might, again, say, well, nobody cares about me. You know, everybody's thinking about, you know, soldier or mom, and I'm feeling left out and ignored. So they might start doing things, drinking, smoking, and other high-risk behaviors. And so, again, we have to be very watchful. Withdrawal is a red flag, and again, the declining in grades. And here's, again, where the school comes into play. Hopefully the school's watching and being aware, and the parents are watching and being aware, so that we can catch this kind of stuff right away. Early intervention is really going to help an awful lot. We got to nip that in the bud. So really, what we really have to focus on is communication. Knowledge is power, and in the absence of communication, all of us start to fill in the blanks, and we start to assume things, we make up things. So we really do need to be open and honest. Everybody has to be working together as a team. And granted, you have to use the age-appropriate language, and that goes without saying, with especially the smaller children. One of the things that I came across quite accidentally is a map of the world laid out on a sheet. And so now I've been taking that into sessions with children, and we look at the world map, and we're taking a look at where mom or dad is working. And so we've got the smiley face on Iowa, and then we've got an airplane, and then we've got the places overseas that they might be, the soldier might be stationed. So we are trying to take a look at incorporating knowledge, information, communication, so that the kids can start to understand actually what's happening in their lives. So we really do want to be honest. We really have to understand that honesty is the best policy, age-appropriate wise. So we don't want to say, you know, mom or dad's on a long holiday cruise, because again, if something happens where the kid finds out they're not really on a holiday cruise without them, then, you know, things are going to be upsetting to the child and they're going to feel betrayed. So we really do want to have that open, honest communication. One of the recommendations I've made recently, in fact, is encouraging the family to adopt the concept of being a team. And the kids picked out that they wanted to be a soccer team, and so we have the kids taking on team roles. Obviously, mom's the coach, and they're hopefully going to work together as a team so that they can get things done. In addition here, the communication, a lot of these things we are aware of. We do want to try to listen to our children. We don't want to invalidate their feelings. We don't want to minimize them. Oh, you're a little kid, you wouldn't understand. Leave me alone, go away, so on and so on. We really do have to understand that right now their brain development is leaving them without the information that we have. So that's why we have to try to work with them a little bit better. And your job as a parent, as the coach or the team leader or whatever, is very important. You need their help, they need your help. We all need to work together. And if you're having a difficult time communicating, that's when it can be beneficial to have an MFLAC come on in and really work together to increase how people are in terms of comfort in communicating and talking to each other. And I know, again, that families are extremely busy. You really want to try to spend some time with each of your children as best as you can. And, you know, when Chaplain is talking about the support system, there is no other thing to say other than get a support system. I don't care who it is, friends, neighbors, you know, strangers on the street. I need your help. Please help me. We really do need this kind of support. Children need to know that you love them unconditionally. We also understand stability is vital. Routine, structure, stability, sameness, that helps children feel safe. And then we, of course, want to stay in communication with our loved one who is being deployed. And then again, help your children help you with whatever it is that you want to do. Care packages, countdown chains, calendars, whatever it is that you are creating to help everybody cope and understand with what's going on. We do need to emphasize, again, praise. There's a lot of people out there that don't believe in positive reinforcement, but we really do thrive on positive reinforcement. I will work for food, so I need a lot of positive chocolate chip cookies in my life to keep me motivated and keep me going. If you tell me, Tanja, I'm going to pay you a bottle of water, I'm not going to be there. So, you know, we really do need that praise. We need that reinforcement. We need that comfort and security. So please be aware of those kinds of issues. But we also want the children to have as normal a time as possible as well. Friends, activities, sporting events, etc. are important. We know the importance of teachers and school counselors, and again, they can be an invaluable part of your support system. And everybody really does have to practice that battle readiness of getting up every day and preparing as if you are going into battle. Self-care, nutrition, exercise, all of that wellness stuff that we had talked about during our yellow ribbons really has to be incorporated now. Parents who are maxed out, overwhelmed, frantic, hysterical are going to have children that look just like they do. So we really want the parents to know that if you're calm, cool, collected, and in control, your kids are going to be calm, cool, and collected and in control. So the more you are taking good care of yourself, the more your children are going to feel safe and secure. In a basic summary here, I think that you've got a good idea, even though it's very brief, about what to look for. And again, reiterating, the declining grades is the biggest issue for most older children, withdrawal, and especially if you had a previous chatty Cathy kind of child and all of a sudden they're very quiet and withdrawn, and it goes on for at least 2 weeks. You know, we really want to encourage that child to talk to somebody. Doesn't necessarily need to be an MFLAC, school counselors, a person at church, sometimes a Sunday school teacher. Those kinds of persons that the child trusts can really help bring them out of their shell. Sometimes when the kid withdraws, I mean, they're just afraid, and they're afraid to ask the questions that are weighing on their mind. So the behavior problems, again, if your child is acting out aggressively, we need to nip that in the bud. Crying, I'm not so concerned about unless it is 24/7, and then we might want to, like I said, try to take a look at what's prompting that all the time. And then if a child is really struggling, stomach aches, headaches, and things like that, I always recommend that you go see your pediatrician. So please, if you have any concerns or anything else like that, what I want you to do, ooh, that's a little large, but there we go. Yeah, there we go. Here are our phone numbers from the MFLAC program. Me, Tanja Duffy, 563-343-4012, and then David Brown, 515-212-0501. I typically try to stick to the eastern part of the state. David typically tries to stick to the western part of the state, but we do swap places depending on the need. So all you have to do is pick up the phone and give us a call. Before I stop, I do want to invite you to ask any questions, but I'm also going to interject our added bonus today. This is a wonderful opportunity for all of you right this minute to meet our personal financial consultant, and I'm going to have him, if there are no questions for me, let's hear the crickets chirp, 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 chirp. I'm going to have our rotational personal financial consultant introduce himself. And again, if you have any questions for me or David Brown, just pick up the phone. You can call us, you can text us, you can email us. We try to be kind of like that Grassley commercial right now. We're not afraid of modern technology sometimes. And so please contact us as you need. And I will turn it over to Sarah first of all. There we go.
Okay, we're getting a little close on time, and sometimes the ICN kicks us off before we're quite done, so I wanted to make sure we let everybody know the next meeting will be October 3rd, same time, same place. The topic will be stress management, getting active, taking care of you and any relationship issues. We're going to have Tanja's counterpart, David Brown, here for that. Do also want to let people know that at the Waterloo site, we have the Black Hawk County Board of Supervisors who's helping coordinate a lunch at 12:45, so anyone in the area who wants to attend the luncheon followed by the FRG meeting is welcome to. Make sure at your location that you sign in and give us your email address, because we do have additional information we wanted to put out for this meeting that I don't think we're going to be able to have time to. I am going to put up the address here real quick for Fort Irwin. The parts in the parentheses are the parts that you would fill out yourself. So your soldier's name and rank, Sergeant John Doe, your company, HHC or Alpha Company, whatever, and then the rest of it there. And with that, I'll go ahead and turn it over to Jason so he can introduce himself to everybody.